The belief that overthinking is a curse, that the racing mind is an enemy, that the questions, the spirals, the what-ifs are nothing but burdens. Yet I invite you to stand in the center of that noise and listen more closely. Because beneath the chaos of the overactive mind lies a truth almost no one speaks aloud. Overthinking, when understood and directed, is not a flaw. It is a force, and those who carry it are not cursed. They are armed. Consider what overthinking truly is. It is the refusal of the mind to settle for the first layer of reality. It is the instinct to push deeper. It is the relentless pursuit of the unseen angles, the unasked questions, the paths hidden behind obvious choices. Overthinking begins where ordinary thought rests. It begins in the space where the world says, "Stop," and you say, "What if there is more?" Yes, it can feel overwhelming. Yes, it can tie your emotions into tight and trembling knots. But understand this. Tension exists only in things that are powerful. The bow is drawn tight before it releases an arrow. The storm gathers before it releases rain. Your mind gathers too, collecting possibilities that others never even notice. You are not fragile. You are preparing. The world often celebrates the decisive, the ones who choose fast and act fast. But history remembers something else entirely. It remembers the thinkers who wandered in their own heads, carving new pathways through questions that others feared to enter. Every breakthrough was born first as a tangle of thoughts. Every revelation began as confusion. Every truth arrived only after someone stared long and hard at what others ignored. Your overthinking is not proof of weakness. It is proof that your mind refuses to accept an unfinished answer. The hidden truth is this: overthinking becomes harmful only when you allow it to stay wild. But when you learn to guide it, it becomes a blade. Sharp, precise, capable of cutting through illusions and leaving only clarity behind. Most people live on the surface of their decisions. They choose based on habit or impulse. You, on the other hand, dive beneath the surface. You inspect every possible outcome. You analyze the architecture of consequence. And although it sometimes feels like an ache, it is actually a sign that you possess a mind built for depth. Imagine a lighthouse on a cliff. Its light circles again and again across the same dark sea. To a passerby, it may seem repetitive and unnecessary. But that repeated sweep is what saves ships from ruin. Your thoughts circle for a reason. They illuminate dangers before you reach them. They shine over paths before you walk them. The goal is not to silence your thoughts. The goal is to train them, just as the musician trains the restless creativity of the mind into melody. The goal is to transform raw mental energy into insight. Ask yourself, what am I really trying to uncover? What is this thought pointing toward? What truth is trying to rise through all this noise? Because there is always a truth inside your overthinking. It may be disguised as worry. It may arrive as doubt. It may shake you awake in the middle of the night. But it emerges for a purpose. It is your intuition trying to negotiate with your logic. It is your desire trying to negotiate with your fear. And if you can learn to listen, you will discover that overthinking is not a trap. It is a translation. It is your mind attempting to communicate what your heart has not yet spoken aloud. The world wants quick minds, but the universe rewards deep minds. So if your thoughts wander, let them wander with intention. If your mind races, let it race toward understanding. If your reflections are heavy, let them strengthen you rather than drown you. You are not broken. You are becoming aware. And perhaps the greatest wisdom of all is this: overthinking is only destructive when it is silent and unexamined. But once you bring your thoughts into the light, once you ask them why they are here and what they are teaching you, they transform. They become strategy. They become vision. They become the architecture of a life that is consciously built instead of accidentally lived. So embrace your mind. Honor its questions. Respect its intensity. It is not working against you. It is working for you. It is sharpening you, preparing you, urging you toward a life that is more examined, more intentional, and far more extraordinary. The overthinker is not lost. The overthinker is awakening. And that is the hidden truth.